Hey everyone, you are listening to Kamisha's Reviews. Get ready. She's going to have the latest updates about entertainment and the hottest tea. So bring a cup of tea and get ready to listen to Kamisha's Reviews.
Well, all right, guys. Welcome to Kamisha Reviews. And today I'm very humble and very excited about today. We have the Queen, the Mastermind is in the building. She's in the background. First of all, make sure you guys, I'm gonna have all her information in the description once the live drops. I think my moderators in the chat should be dropping all her links. We're gonna talk about some things about the show, talk about some things that she has done. We're gonna get into some things with Taylor as well. We're gonna have that conversation. I am very, very humble when I say this because we had a little bit of a journey to get here, and she's a Black queen, and so am I, 100%. So for us to be able to have this conversation is a wonderful thing. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, sit back and relax, and get ready, okay? And welcome to the stage. We got the Queen, the Mastermind, and all those things are things.
Well, hello. I just want to say it's real sexy up in here. Like the intro, Big D led me in with the bedroom. I said, "What time is it?" And then your sexy intro. So I just want to say hello. It's real sexy in here. Thanks for
Okay,
having
I
me.
didn't look at it like that, but I like that. Okay,
It's
I
real
love
sexy.
it.
You said, "Come on in."
Look, I wasn't even ready. Okay, period. But I do like that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe as you come in. I am very, very excited to have up here. We have Miss Tiffany. Okay, you can follow her Instagram there. I will put that out throughout the chat. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe. And of course, most of y'all have already subscribed to her already, just like myself. I'm just gonna put it out there for those who have not. If you had on the why, you have not. All right, we're gonna get into some things, Miss Queen of all of the things. I want to kind of really quick. Everybody knows how transparent and a little crazy I am, and I kind of tell you guys. Well, they know it. There's no need for me to lie. They know what it is, and everybody can go back and remember when I think it was about almost a year ago when I kind of everybody say hopped in on Tiffany and Big D doing the Instagram live and just jumped out and said that they did not interview with Black podcasters or bloggers, and Big D was like, "What?" And then Tiffany was like, "Wait, what?" Big D decided to interview with me, and I was supposed to interview with Tiffany, but we didn't get there, and for me, I did feel a way about it. Big D had to enlighten me about a lot of things behind the scenes, including the process that you guys go through. So I can say here and now that I apologize to you because there was a lot of things that I didn't know about that he told me about as far as after you guys go through your things on the show, who you interview with. It's a lot of things that was involved that a lot of us podcasters and bloggers don't know about. And so I wanted to just say here on live that I apologize because I got mad and I dragged the cook out anyway. But when it came to you, I was just, mad about the situation and just really didn't know a lot of things. So I
Hi.
want to say that here.
I accept and I appreciate that, and that's very big of you, and it's mature and it's growth, and I appreciate you giving me the transparency to say this is
Mhm.
how I felt, but this is what I found out, and this is what I've learned, and
Right.
this is where I am, and
Yeah.
I accept. And I also am sorry that we didn't have this opportunity rather
Mhm.
sooner on both ends to make it happen, but timing is everything, and so
Yes.
things happen when they're supposed to happen. The thing
100%.
is, we made it happen and we're here. So thank you for
Yes.
having me.
Yes. Let's go ahead and jump right in it. I want to start with Taylor. A lot of things been going on in this season. And the
Hmm.
cookout has been said like literally throughout this entire season. It's like y'all been there, even though y'all wouldn't. And even Taylor, I'm just saying, and even Taylor said she's here. She said it more than
Hmm.
once because of the cookout. So
Yeah.
seeing her deal with everything with grace and
Yeah.
sometimes not even being supported by her own people in the house.
Mm.
You being in the house yourself as a black woman being went through what you went through your own journey as well. How do you feel
Hmm.
about that watching it?
This is the first season that I've watched back that made me reminisce about my time in the house. I didn't really, Celebrity BB didn't feel like that to me. I was watching it like, oh, wow, I was there, but I also wasn't at that time able to mentally connect. Um, we're all still processing, and you understand every day that you're still processing this experience. So
Mhm.
when I watched Taylor in the beginning come in and not be embraced and not be accepted, and not just by a few, but like by anybody, to see
Right.
her alone, knowing the experience that not just I had, but that all of us Black people, people of color, white people, I think we all had a better experience than Taylor was having. Thank you. Thank you. So watching her before I even knew that was breaking down, like I was crying. And then I
Mm.
was realizing, like, what girl, why are you crying? And I know I'm crying because she's crying, but then I was crying really hard. And
Yes.
I was like, why am I crying so hard? And I remember I was out of town and um I was like, I feel that because that's what I went through too, with feeling like that feeling, but you also don't know that feeling. And then
Right.
I just felt bad and I realized, like, girl, you still processing your own hurt. You haven't
Mm.
even had time to sit back and think about what certain things made you feel like.
Mm.
But I was not happy about it. But I am so proud and happy for her journey that she is still there and she's a lot stronger than where she started, and she's learning as she's going, and she is showing and teaching as she's there, and
Right.
people are checking themselves and looking like, I had her messed up. um I like that she's still there. I'm not going to be like, oh, she's playing this phenomenal BB game, but she's playing the game better than anybody even thought she was going to,
I'm so
coming
happy
from
you
her
said
first
that.
week.
I'm happy you said that because people have been criticizing her gameplay, just coming at her and from every way saying that she's playing a horrible game, her age was trash, just whatever. And I've had a battle against that, like on Twitter. So hearing that you say that, do you think maybe she's just green? Like if she had another opportunity to come on here again, she learned from a lot from her mistakes, but she's just trying to find her way, and she really didn't even have an opportunity to really just play because of all the things that happened to her in the beginning, as far as the bullying and everything. She didn't have the opportunity to just come in and say my gameplay is going to be. She had to fight just to mentally be there.
It's a couple of things about that. You learn so much about yourself and the game when you come out. Like,
Mm,
honestly, we all over here, all the alum, we're just like, when she comes out, because we know
okay.
the connection that you make when you come out and you learn what was real and what was
Okay.
fake.
Oh wow.
And
Mm,
so then she also just is an intelligent woman. She is smart. She can put things together, and she just will come out and make the connections, and then she will assess her gameplay and what she could have done. And if you send her back, you'll see a way advanced player, I believe.
exactly. That's exactly how I
It,
feel.
I definitely believe that you'll see a whole. They should then be afraid.
Come on now. That's exactly what I said too. I think when she
Yeah,
comes back, it's gonna be everything. They just not gonna be ready. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I wanted to go ahead and get into the Challenge USA, and because I know you were in the house for a short
A
time,
very short time.
but that short time to me was an explosion, baby. I mean, it really was. So there was so many things on Twitter, so many things that was out around that time, and I'm going to ask you this: do you feel like that on the show, you and Seagull getting close, even just exercising together,
Mhm.
was jealousy a big part of why you left the show?
Yes.
Mm. And see, that to me, I'm gonna say this: um, you play a game. As soon as
Mhm.
you went in the house, you were playing the game 100%. Um, I got very upset because it looked like I had to keep myself looking at it like a gameplay. Like you went in there, I didn't see a whole lot of longevity where the big brother gonna sit together the whole time. But I felt
Mhm.
like we got in the house, you guys were at least for that first couple of days or whatever, figure things out, but at least
Yeah.
stick together until you could, maneuver around. That's the way I
Mhm.
was looking at it. Then I felt like you were somewhat abandoned. Okay, so and I'm just being honest, and a lot of it's on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
And so, do you feel like you were betrayed by your crew? Because I feel like it was a blind side.
Yeah. Of course. I felt yes, I felt betrayed. Oh, it's so heavy because that's I'm gonna try to get it out without being so long-winded with it.
You good, mom? You
It's
good?
it's so much. When you play Big Brother, you have no expectations because you don't know anybody. You have no connections. You owe nobody anything. You haven't built anything. You don't. I know it's you, Sheena. I was talking about you earlier.
Yes.
I did tell Kamisha that you are also a part of us having this connection that we have made
Mhm.
today because you suggested me coming here. So hi Sheena. Thank
That's my
you.
girl.
um it's you don't know anybody, you come out, you have these relationships, and then like people who you may have hurt or betrayed or have hurt or betrayed you, you're also trying to repair those relationships because of things that you've done in the game. Then you go and play another game and you play it so quickly behind the game that you just played, and I just told y'all we're still processing today. So that was 6 months ago or however long ago it was. um and then you expect things to be a certain way because of the relationships. But the one thing I think is it's interesting is that when we went back to play the game, although we had built these relationships and we had come so far, when you go back in to play the game, you play it the same way you played it, like not the same way you played it. Those relationships with those people, you revert back to how y'all play together.
Hmm.
This how we kick it, this how we play, you
Right.
know? And so the distrust you had before, even if you build it on the outside, because it's like, I'm gonna give you an example. It's like Chada is my baby sis. Everybody
Okay.
knows I love
Hmm.
Chada. I love Chada to death. This world out here, I trust her 100%.
Gotcha.
We go play a game, Chada might chop my neck off.
Mm.
That's no. It's,
But it's business. It's business.
yes, it's you don't hate the player. It's
Yes.
not the play. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
100. Yes.
And that's the way the game is played. You're playing to win. You can't be mad when people play to win. So she might be like, I got you, period. She like, I love you in this world and you know that. But if we go in there and then when we come out, but then just because that is also true, two things can be true at once, doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't have wanted it different or I would expect different. It doesn't mean that when you come back into the real world, because honestly, it's like jumping in a video game and jumping out. We playing double
Right.
dutch. It's like my
Mm.
turn, I'm out. And then when you jump back into the real world, you have to compartmentalize
Mm.
and you have to be like, that's game. Or even if that is game, I still don't like it. It don't sit well with me. And that ain't, it don't sit well with me in the game and in the real world.
Mm.
And then you have to move from there. So did I feel like they turned their back on me? I didn't feel protected.
Mm.
And I didn't feel protected ever really. I didn't feel like I had anybody in that house. I thought I did, and I know there were people who I had, and then I just didn't feel like day to day. I was like, I don't feel like I got none of these people. It just didn't feel like that. It felt very alone. So I was like, yeah, y'all can send me home.
Wow. And so somebody in the chat said that a lot of us is on Twitter, a lot of black women have also said that it's similar to the Terrence situation and Tiffany, that the black women in these in these shows, whatever show it is, are not
In
being
this world.
protected. World, yes, thank God. Yes, that's a shame that we got to
World.
say that, because the shows are reflecting of what we go through every day. I say this all the
Mm-hmm.
time. It's real life, even though it's reality TV. It's how they treat us in real life as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was unfortunate that jealousy came into the play for seeing, because and I'm gonna ask you this. I want you to be real, and I know you will be.
What?
I said it, I know you will be.
Yeah.
If you were still in the house, who wouldn't be there right now?
Michael. But also, I'm like, I
No,
can't say
I
I haven't been.
meant the challenge, but I wanted to hear that too.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I wanted,
Shit,
no,
I'm
I
talking about
wanted,
the house.
I wanted to
Okay.
hear both. I wanted to hear both. I wanted to hear both.
Oh, you okay? But wait a minute. If I was in the challenge right now, who would I want gone?
No, who would not be there? Because you know how you rolls. I said just period. Who would not? I'm not even gonna do all that. Who would not be there?
Mm. If honestly, for my own game, it would always benefit me to get the stronger players out first, unless they're working with me. I always wanted to work with Desi because I need somebody strong to help me, because I know I'm a person who knows my strengths and weaknesses. And I know also how to strengthen my weaknesses. If I can't do it, I find somebody else that does. What the hell? Why am I going to try to build somewhere when I can just be perfecting what I'm good at? But I can have you who is great at this, and we can do shit together. You
Let's
ask
go.
me and find out where I'm strong, and let's build a whole thing. We can build this pie. I ain't got to be the whole pie. That's just me. So in the game, I was like, I can work with Desi. I was always gonna have Oz's back. But if we're talking about like who's there, and if I'm there, I don't know who I would have replaced. But I honestly I actually haven't been keeping up with the challenge like that, so don't be mad.
Okay.
But not you, but other people. And I did watch today.
Don't Jesus help me.
Don't do me. I did watch today last night, because I didn't even get to see live BB last night. And I didn't get that was last night. I didn't get to see live BB last night. And but I watched that, and tonight, the challenge today. And I was wondering, like, where would I be if it was Alyssa and Angela over here and your Fab Five over there? I don't even know that I would have been accepted by either. And I will say, I love Angela. Like, Angela's my girl. I really do like her as a whole person. I love Angela, nothing but respect. But in the game, when you're building a relationship, you don't see you're not you playing a game. We building a game relationship, and I don't think I was inside with Angela or Alyssa, and I don't think I would have been with them because Alyssa wanted me out. So if Alyssa and Angela were that tight, I would not have fit with them. We've got Cash, Sarah. Cash and Sarah both wanted me out, and I thought that I was with Desi, but Desi didn't want me there either. And then who's left? Oh, Justine. Now, I really like Justine. I thought me and Justine were good, but I did feel that she was not as closely tied to me as she was to Love Island, and she also put me in. So either way it goes, I feel like I would have been alone. Now, who wouldn't have been there? Whichever one of them strong ass women wasn't fucking with me, because I was gonna try to get somebody to get some. And that's the whole house. And that's the whole house. I would have rolled with the guys. I would have been like Tyson, Danny, Enzo. Listen, ain't nobody fucking with me over there. So any of them can go home.
100%. So Miss Cachet, so it seemed like and you both handled it differently, because to me I feel like you handled it very gracefully. You didn't do all the extra talking that she did. I'm gonna ask you this: do you feel like did she play more of a personal game, and you were just doing game?
Yeah.
Even if they showed the scene of y'all exercising or whatever, it looked like you were playing a game, and she
Always.
was not. She was being
But
personal.
but I also understand her being personal due to timing. She's in an emotional state. She's coming out of a relationship. She's still processing. And so
Yeah.
you're trying to play a game, but that doesn't mean you're not emotional. And it doesn't mean that you don't take certain things personally, even when you trying to think that you're not.
Mm, okay.
But
I
was
just
it personal? Of course it was personal. And I think she'd be able to say that. If she's not able to say that, then well, I hope one day she will.
mm,
But if she don't, it don't matter to me. That's not for me. I'm healed.
yeah. You can tell you don't care. The whole thing with the Lissa, because y'all was part of the same, the same show. It felt like she had this whole betrayal thing working for her. It's like she was the head snake of you leaving as well. I know there was a whole cachet thing, but she wasn't fighting it.
Yeah. Alyssa wants to redeem herself. She came out of BB 23 feeling like she got played. I don't know why you feel like X owed you anything for 65 days when you was up under Christian for 49 of them,
Period.
or however long. So when did X become your whole life partner? I don't know. And then um, before we get into that part, it's just I think she came into the challenge like, y'all think I'm dumb. I'm smart. I got
Okay.
a business. I have taken care of myself. I do this, I do that. And we all, well, it's just some people are like that. We want to be able to say, or if I'm proud of myself, I don't feel like I got to boast about it. Everybody shows it differently, but I
Yes.
think she shouldn't feel like she got played by X, but she somehow feel like she got played. She really probably played herself, but some people need to put that on somebody else. And so she's like, I gotta redeem myself. And she goes into the challenge like, I'm about to get all these motherfuckers back. I'm sorry. Can I say motherfuckers?
I didn't give me a beat. You, because I struggle with that myself. I be on here, I'm like, okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm
So
so sorry.
it's all good. Every once in a while, I have some that slip out. Is whatever. So with the show and everything that you leaving, well, I feel like you was betrayed. Now, Kylan,
Girl, I wasn't gonna make it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I be at
you were gonna
home
make it.
watching from no. Mm-mm. Huh? Nope.
She said,
I listen. The one that
I
Kira
said the
was
same
sick
thing.
on, when
Oh, just
Kira was sick, and she was Tyson's partner, and she had to
yeah.
run up the thing, swim down, run over. I would have fell off anyway. Well,
Oh
I
Lord.
don't know. It is so much. I look at it and I'm like, yeah, nah. I don't listen. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a strong woman. I do not have to go out there and be a physical gladiator to prove that. I have no nothing to prove. I'm good with all my bones intact. I sprained my ankle. It took me 2.5 months to wear a heel.
Oh wow.
I got shit. I have things to do. I ain't got
That's
time to
why I
be
can do a challenge.
I don't got
Couldn't.
time to be trying to recover. That's a lot. I'm just not. It's I
Does that
find
mean you're
you
not
do
going back to the challenge?
I don't care. No, I'm not. I have to do something. Find me something where I can do what we do. I will
Okay.
host. I will talk. Conversation rules the nation. That's me. That's my
Yes.
piece.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Yes.
We can sit and we can talk all day. Now you want to run? I
Not
don't.
like Jasmine. Wait a
I
minute. What
don't.
about Survivor? Would you do Survivor? It's kind of the same, ain't it?
No, Survivor. I never watched Survivor and been like, I could die doing that. The challenge, I'm like, I could just knock out all of my teeth by mistake.
Oh wow. Because I'm comes like that too, though. That's why.
Yes,
I would feel it
I can
hurt
just
myself
slip
so
and
bad.
fall and my shoulder is dislocated. Leave me alone.
That's why I ain't
No,
gonna even lie. Say I would do Big Brother, but somebody asked a good question. Would you do the circle? That's
I
a good
would do the
question.
cir- I would do the circle. There are other things I would do. I would do the circle. I would do Amazing Race. Um,
Oh yeah, that'll be good for you. You do a lot of thinking and figure things out. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that would be
I'm not
good.
doing I'm that challenge. I don't know. They would have to pay me a lot of money.
Oh Lord,
I ain't
someone
going
says
on
you
no
did.
naked and afraid. I am not going on no naked and afraid.
Okay, I want to talk about your podcast because you do
Yes.
have other things going on, and it
Yes.
actually was actually trending a lot this season, especially the whole thing's going on with Tiffany being a big topic. So, I want you to tell more about that, please.
Well, me being a big topic of
No,
the
no,
winner
well, you
circle?
could, yeah, because yeah, you were trending because you was talking about Taylor and everything. So, yeah,
Okay.
I
Oh,
want you to
okay.
tell
Look,
the
you telling me
audience more
something I ain't
about.
know. I ain't know. I didn't even know. Thanks for letting me know, Queen. So yeah, Derek and Cody. So I, I've been a BB16 fan. I liked Derek's game. I don't care what anybody says about it. If I can go in there and sit back and chill and y'all don't even pay me no attention and don't nominate me and
Hmm.
don't find me as a threat and just let me set my way to $500,000, thank you. I'll take that check. Whatever. I won. Cuz I got kicked out. So I can't judge nobody. But
I'll get that coin.
anyway, him, what'd you say?
I said, go and get that coin.
That's
Period.
right. So Derek and Cody and I interviewed with them when I came out of the house, and they were just really, really kind, really cool. They got my sense of humor. They got me. We did a couple of interviews. I did Celebrity BB with them, and then they
Okay.
were like, I've always been talking to them about like I want to do a podcast, but I want to do the work. I want to do the work. I don't want to do any of the work behind it. I have businesses already.
Mm,
My this brain is a hamster on the wheel. It just don't never stop. So
right.
when people like, oh, you can do your own, I know that. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I choose to. I decide when I want to put more work for me on my plate. You don't know what
You're
that
being
requires.
strategic. You're being
I
strategic.
have to because I got to be
Yes.
healthy. I cannot
Yes.
stress myself out trying to do so many things at one time when there's all this plate is already heavy. It's at the cookout.
Hmm.
You know, I I'm trying to make sure I got something left over for real. So I can't stress myself. But anyway, they did. They were like, Tiff, come over here and do what you want to do. Like you can have a channel, you can do this, you can do that, you can be here, you can be here, you can do whatever you want to do. But we like the way we like you and we like what you're doing. And let me tell you something. Nobody else offered me that. Nobody else offered me that. So don't
A good
say
opportunity.
you over there with these white men. I am. Those white men offered me a seat at the table.
Hmm. And people
Don't be
probably are
mad
saying
about it
that.
because
Let's go.
no, they are saying that. You probably working for a white man too.
Wow.
So don't
Wow.
judge me, be mad at me on how I get mine. If you support me where I'm going, where you see me, and support me now and later. I'm not doing nothing wrong. So
See, that's
it's the judgment. Like, why you mad? What am I doing wrong
mm.
though? I'm taking care of me. I'm actually doing what you're saying. You should get a podcast. Like I'm doing it. I have one. Because it's not with who you want. You don't even have to see them. I don't want to put no money in pockets. Then don't. You're not putting no money in mine either. So how you support me? I support you. No, you don't.
Well, okay. Saying that you because you're talking you're working with a white man. The thing
Yeah.
about it is you have to go where it is, and even as a podcast and a blogger, I've been called out by asking other journalists who have access to things that I don't, who are white. I'm going to do that because they have access to those and I do not. So you're going to do what you got to do. I don't see anything is wrong with that. And
I don't see
I'm
nothing wrong
not,
with it.
I mean, I
I'm gonna
get that
get
same
mine. I'm gonna
energy.
get my money. Okay.
Yes.
I am a business. And a lot of people are talking, don't even have a business. I actually own LLCs. I am an
Mm,
LLC. My whole me, Tiffany Mitchell, is a business. I
that's
had
the
a
brand.
business before I was on Big Brother. I am a business man. Okay. I am a business. So people trying to tell me how to run business don't even have one. And if you do, and it's better than what I'm doing, then you would come at me in a way that we could get each other's attention. And I would respect where you're coming from because you would know that what we would be talking about is business. You would not be trying to check me.
Support you
That's all I'm
instead.
saying, Queen. How you doing? It's a
They should be
little.
supporting you instead.
I
Period,
obviously
but they
had to
don't.
get something off my chest. I told you
Hey,
it's been a long week for me. I'm like, shoot, don't nobody want to sit down and talk to me today because they going I got time
right,
today.
D, right. So you better talk that talk. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Now, I
Yeah.
wanted this season been about the edits. I feel like,
Yeah.
especially like even with the Taylor thing. Do you feel like edits on these shows they paint black women in a bad light and protect others who should not be protected?
Um oh we it is that's such a loaded question for it's a lot. uh, CBS and networks are businesses themselves.
Hmm.
They have they want to continue to have longevity in their business. If they um if their business needs people to want to come to them, and so many people come to them and hate that they came to them,
Okay.
at some point nobody's going to want to come to them.
Hmm.
So they also have a job to do to the people who say, "Hey, I want to come." So when I come out, I don't want to be ruined. I'm going to make sure nobody else that happens to anybody else. So the network has a business, they have a job to do too, but it's their narrative to control, it's their business. And then when you talk about that, there is so much that goes on in a 24-hour time span for them to edit and give us 3 hours a week out of these 7 24 hours a day. So they got a lot to do too. I'm just not a person who like points out all the wrong that
Okay.
is happening, like, because on the other side of that, I'm sure I try to be as objective as I can and put myself in other people's
I
shoes and
understand.
see, like, if I'm them, yeah, I got a duty to show what's happening. I
Hmm.
also have a want to keep my business going. So I know I need people to come back. I can't ruin everybody's life because any single one of us could get on there and have our lives ruined. None of us perfect.
True.
People uh,
Very true.
people hold their moral standards to be so high. Oh, what I think is so right, and my what I think is right, so you should think the way I think, and this is the way I would do it, so that's the way you should do it because this is what I think. That's what you think.
Because it is a business. I mean, I have a hard time with some things, but I always jump back to the fact that it is a business. I may not agree with everything, but then I got to keep the lights on. And sometimes some of those decisions we're not going to like it, and that's really what it is. Now
Yeah.
the cookout changed Big Brother, obviously. Okay, some good, some
Yeah.
bad. Do you think that it is happening for content creators? Because I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, there are creators who review and recap Big Brother now who never did before until the cookout. So the same for people who want to go on a challenge. Go on Big Brother because of the cookout. The same is to be said for content creators who are now reporting on the show and all these things. Do you feel like that has changed that as well?
Girl, I will be so honest with you. That's a world I don't know anything about. I
Mm,
am not like a big social media person. I'm
okay.
not a big media person, TV person. I be having so much stuff to do in my life that keeping up with what's going on outside of my life,
Right.
I have a hard time with that. So previous to me going into the Big Brother house, the only part of BB I knew was like BB Twitter, and I would randomly jump on there, see what people was thinking, if we was thinking the same, say something
Hmm.
I wanted to say, and go back to my life. So I don't know that. I don't know who the influencers were. I did not even listen to podcasts. This is a
Oh
world that's
wow.
new to me. I didn't
Okay.
even know who a lot of people were.
Okay.
And see, that's another thing. Like, people expect certain things from
Interesting.
us when we come out. Like, we're supposed to know. You
Mm.
don't know what anybody knows. You don't know what's in anybody's head. So when people are jumping on us
That's
about,
interesting.
well, you didn't, and it's like, shit, I don't know. So to answer your question, I knew no podcasters for BB,
Okay.
not even a BB alum. When I interviewed with Derek and Cody, I thought they had been doing it for years. They was like, no. So
What?
so coming out, now I'm learning who certain podcasters are, but
Okay.
that's a world that's totally unknown to me, because I just be minding my own little business and I'll watch BB and then I'm done. Now it's a world that I'm in. So I'm learning.
Well, I'll
And
say
so it,
that.
it
Oh,
opened
sorry.
it
Go ahead.
up.
Sorry. Hmm.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure it has opened up.
Yes.
The cookout has opened up opportunities for influencers, but I don't have a I don't have anything to base that on. I don't this
Okay.
is
I
the
see what you're
beginning
saying.
of it for me.
Right. Well, it has. I mean, we have more room to grow, obviously, but like I said, there's a lot of people who weren't even doing commentary on Big Brother because they felt
Okay.
like they didn't like they were never a winner. For us by us,
Okay.
the cookout changed a lot, and it dug a little deep. Not just people want to get on the show, people want to talk about it. So you guys
Okay.
did a lot.
Well,
The
that's
hand it
cool.
reached
That's
out pretty
cool to
far.
know. Thank you.
Yes,
That's good to know. I think it's
it's
good to
wonderful.
know that it's opened up the door for people to have something to talk about and want to talk about it and have a platform to get it out, and it's being shared and it's being talked about. Cuz
Yes.
I don't necessarily know now that there are a lot of black podcasters. Like, I don't even know who everybody is. I know a few people, but like, how how would I know?
Because I'm gonna tell you something, and it's the numbers. If you look at well, because I've been doing this for a long time, that uh, content creators that are black don't normally pop up. It was always an issue over the years that the analytics weren't even showing us. A lot of things have
Mhm.
changed. A lot of things have changed, but we still have ways to grow. And I
Okay.
feel like for a lot of content creators, you just got to work for it and don't look for
Okay.
anybody to hand nothing to you.
Yeah.
Everything I've gotten as a content creator because I've done it. Everything I bought for my lighting, my studio, I paid for it.
Yeah.
You can get mad and be like, I'm black, nothing's happening, or you do something about it, which is what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I mean,
Yeah.
what else can you do? I can't sit back and just be upset about it all the time. I do get
Mm.
mad, but
Yeah.
I'm happy for the journey I've been through. I'm able
Yeah.
to sit here now with Tiffany, have this interview, and it's a blessing to me. I'm loving it. Two black women
Yeah.
on here live having a conversation about a show that's on Paramount CBS. Regardless of when it happened, and I
Yeah.
love it. Love the energy.
Good. Me too.
And your hair is so cute too. I was like, I saw you on the Big Brother. I say, look at Tiffany. I
Thank
said, oh my
you.
God, that look is adorable. Yes. What
Thank
made you try to
you.
change it up? You just wanted to do
Girl,
something
I was
different?
tired. I was tired. Like, I braids for me are the most convenient thing in the world. It's just also it's some inconvenience to it too. And I just am I always have worn my hair and I like scratching, smelling, washing water, and I don't
Mm.
always get to have that with the braids. And so um and then I also don't like having to really do my hair either. I hate curlers and blow dryers and so I had to figure out, like,
I ain't got no
what
hair.
do you want to do? Like, and I was thinking, I'm like, do you want to cut it all off and leave it
Right.
alone? Do you want to grow it out? What do you want to do? So then I did the two braids and I was like, I'm just gonna do this forever. Honestly. Let
Mm.
me tell you something. I am a person who loves comfort. And when I find something that is comfortable, it's stuck. Okay. I want it. I got my favorite sweatpants on right now. I wear them every chance I get. I have for
Hey,
so
I love your
long.
comfort too. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm telling you. So I was gonna wear those two braids forever, but then it was my birthday weekend. We went jet skiing and they came out.
Uh-uh. She was like, well, the decision was made for me.
But I was
Okay.
so serious. I said, get my braid because I got to put it back in when we
Uh-uh.
get back home. No, listen, 100% truth right now. they grabbed my braid. I took the other one out. So then I just walked around like this. And then when I got home, because it was human hair, that human hair
Okay.
hit different. So
It
I had
do.
bleached this hair. I done paid money for this hair. When I came home, I washed it, I blow dried it. And no, I didn't blow dry it. I let it air dry, but then it was so tangled. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to start over. And I actually like a used pack of hair better than a new pack of hair because the new hair is too blunt. The old hair is better. Anyway, long story short, I was like, screw them braids. And then I said, girl, you just gonna go. Just go.
And it's so cute. Everybody's thinking,
Thank you.
for us, why does it gotta be something happening? You get a new look, like you burn your hair, you cut your hair off. You know, some dramatic happen. They don't even know the story behind it. I love the new look. You have no idea. I bleached my hair and everything fell off. That happened to me
That's
last year. Actually,
another thing.
I was
That's another
bald
thing
headed.
about the braids. I love variety. I love changing stuff up like all the time. So that's why I was like, well, with my braids, I can just do a different color. But I have had my hair blonde. I have had it long. I have cut it off. I have shaved it in the back. I have to have variety. But yes, I will definitely play with this hair. Thank you.
Yeah, she does look very, very cute. Man, the one thing I want to say is that I appreciate you being on here. Do you
Thank you.
have anything new coming up that anybody can get ready to look out for? Whether it be a role on a TV show, look, I'm gonna say all of it. Manifestation. You got something
Dang.
going on, hosting something special.
Okay, let me think. What do I have? Why am I drawing a blank? I meant to put I got my merch though. I forgot to put it on today. But I do have my Winter Circle merch on. But you know, I got these t-shirts and hoodies and stuff
Okay.
made. The link is in my bio on
I'll
Instagram
have
and
everything
Twitter.
I'll have it on the description. I'll have the link to everything she wants to advertise. As soon as you click on the video, her links will come up. So I have everything there. I'm surprised Demita, you can grab
Thank
it. She's already
you.
posting her Instagram in the chat. She's been posting your links the whole time. She
Thank
probably already
you.
grabbed it. Thank you, Demita. She's the best
Thank
moderator
you,
ever, I swear.
Rita. That's
Yes.
cool. See, all of that is work, honey. That's work on. Y'all be
She's
working.
just awesome.
Congratulations to you for doing your own thing and working and connecting and networking and employing and growing. Congratulations to you. And I hope it continues to do what you aspired for it. So, because I
I
don't want that
appreciate
much
that.
work. But one day I hope that I will be welcome to take on another responsibility, such as.
Or if you ever
Oh,
need any
thank you.
kind of guidance, assistance, that's my world. Just like,
All
look, girl,
right.
like I don't know, this is cool. I will tell you, don't do that. I made a lot of mistakes before I got here, so
Yeah.
I can tell you some do's and don'ts. Trust me, I've been doing this for a long
Oh,
time, and so it can be a headache if you're not
yeah.
like not knowing what you got going on. Tiffany got your. I'm sorry, Tiffany. A link is in the chat for her merch. Please make sure you guys check that out. Check out her channel. Like I said, check out her podcast, everything she has going on, and I will have all of the links in the description with the live drops. Again, Miss Queen Tiffany, I do
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on here
Thank
and
you.
giving me your time.
You're
And
welcome.
with that being said, we are going to close the door. The end.